Hi there, I'm Laura, the CEO of VMV Hypoallergenics. We're here to save the world's skin with the safest, most proven effective care on the planet. And how we do that is basically by allergen emission. We take the top contact allergens as determined by thousands of patch tests conducted and reported and published by leading specialists in the world on contact dermatitis, and we omit those top contact allergens from our formulation. We also have a VH rating system, which is the validated hypoallergenic rating system, which you'll find on the front of all of our products. And it shows you how many allergens have been omitted from a formulation, are not in a formulation. So for something like this, it says VH minus 109 over 109, so it has none of the 109 top contact allergens. If this were to have an allergen included, because honestly, some allergens are really quite wonderful ingredients, like vitamin E, for example, which is a great antioxidant. And it's really unlikely that you would patch test for all 109 allergens. If this had an allergen, the VH rating would be lower. It would be like VH 108 or 107 if two allergens were included, over 109. And there would be an asterisk. And on the ingredients, the allergen would have the asterisk and would be underlined so you can see it right away. And you can see if it's an allergen that you patch tested positive to. Because if you didn't, then you can still use the product. The VH rating system has proven so effective that we have a clinical study published in a peer-reviewed top contact dermatitis journal that shows less than 0.1% reactions in over 30 years. And in terms of efficacy, and going back to the published clinical studies thing, we regularly publish our clinical studies in peer-reviewed journals. Getting one clinical study published in a peer-reviewed journal is a very big deal, and thanks to my mother, who is our founding dermatopathologist and who herself has hundreds of clinical studies published, we have about 75, 80 at this point. It's great validation for the efficacy of our products and all of the clinical research that goes into them. Today I'll be sharing something that we call the 7-day skin fast, which we use very, very much, and my mother has used since forever. Before I get started, please don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also check out our blog, vmvinskin.com, which has loads of content. And if you want to shop our products, you can do so at vmvhypoallergenics.com internationally and vmvhypoallergenics.ph in the Philippines. Today I'm going to be sharing a master skin cider tip that we call the 7-day skin fast, and we've been using for many, many years, definitely over 2 decades, and my mother's been using forever for her patients. The 7-day skin fast is a technique that we recommend very, very regularly to a lot of our customers, and my mother does to a lot of her patients. When the skin is experiencing a reaction, it's red, it seems a little irritated already, or really to try to help identify what might be causing a problem. Because one of the bigger myths, I think, in skincare is that the last product you applied must be the cause of whatever problem you're experiencing now. This is possible, especially if you've already been patch tested and it is confirmed that you have allergic contact dermatitis to specific ingredients and you didn't know that those ingredients were in a product and you used it. Then, yeah, when you use that product, you'll probably get an allergic reaction. But in many, many cases, for example, we'll hear sometimes, I don't like using X product because it gave me acne the next day. That doesn't sort of work that way. Acne takes time to form. First, you have to clog the pore. So the pore clogger, the comedogens, build up to eventually clog that pore to cause a comedone. If then something irritates the pore, then you have inflammation and potentially infection and you have acne. So it does take time. So it's unlikely it was the last thing that you tried. I never tried this product before. I tried it, gave me acne the next day. Chances are it's actually not that product. It's a product you've been using for quite some time that has been building up the comedones and has now resulted in acne. There are actually a few types of reactions that you can have. Allergic reactions, irritant reactions. We have a nice blog post about that. when we hear someone say, I'm experiencing a reaction because I've used this product and that, one of the first things we will always say is let's do a 7-day skin fast to get skin back to baseline. So one of the more important functions of a 7-day skin fast is to get your skin back to baseline so that you know what it's really reacting to. This will not replace a patch test. A patch test is really important if you have a history of sensitive skin and reacting to things, even of acne, because the irritation caused by an allergen can cause inflammation and acne too. So it cannot replace, a 7-day skin fast cannot replace a patch test. If you have a history of skin problems, it might be time for a patch test for much more accurate prevention that you can practice. But in the meantime, if you do experience a reaction, you're trying a new product, you just kind of want to see what might be causing the issue here, a 7-day skin fast is a great idea. A 7-day skin fast is a wonderful way to deal with a reaction that you're having, or any time really that you just feel like you've been using a lot of stuff and you kind of are unsure about how your skin is behaving. Stop everything for 7 days. Let it time to get back to its baseline state, and you can evaluate it better. And then when you reintroduce products, do so slowly, which is a great tip, period, if you have sensitive skin anyway. A 7-day skin fast is also a really nice, helpful thing to do after a medical procedure, like a laser treatment or other procedures on your skin. It just gives it time to recover. I mean, obviously use what your doctor gives you to use, but let's not complicate it with so many other things involved, right? There is a slight chance sometimes that you can react to what your doctor gives you post-procedure or post-treatment or post-surgery. So why complicate things by using so many products so that you're not quite sure what it is you're reacting to? Because one of the golden rules of hypoallergenicity is using less. Less is more always in hypoallergenicity, because the more factors that come into play, the harder it is to determine what the offending factor is. Basically starts by stopping everything. So it is what it sounds like. It is a fast, but for the skin, and ideally for 7 days. And we mean just stop everything. So stop your cleanser, stop your toner, stop your moisturizer, stop your sunscreen. So ideally you do this in a time when you don't go out and you won't be using a lot of indoor lights, if possible. And you would just use our clinically published, pure VCO, virgin coconut oil, that is certified organic and is clinically published. That's an abstract of one of the clinical studies actually that we have on it. There are some case reports of allergic reactions to coconut oil that is RBD, which is refined, bleached, and deodorized. And those three things tend to use allergens in the processing. And it's also baked under the sun. It might be handled in vats that contain allergens. But for pure virgin coconut oil, it is not an allergen. It has fatty acids native to the skin. It's really a great option for when your skin is reacting and needs to kind of calm down. So during the 7-day skin fast, you would use Know-It Oil or Oils Well, which is our virgin coconut oil but with monolaurin. And basically you would stop all your skincare and makeup for 7 days and just cleanse your skin with Know-It Oil, right? And that's it. You would observe your skin. Over those 7 days, your skin will go back to how it really is currently right now. That would be the baseline state. So a skin fast isn't 100%. In some cases, let's say during a hospital stay because of a steroid rebound, then yeah, it might be 3 to 4 days with really nothing, no toothpaste even, no shampoo, nothing. In other cases, most of the time, you can do, the virgin coconut oil to wash your face, and then just make sure you're keeping allergen free in all the other stuff that you're using. So that would be, for example, superwash or Clark wash to cleanse your hair, scalp, and body. The Essence conditioner as well, if you really can't go without a conditioner. And then Essence Skin Saving Toothpaste or baking soda to brush your teeth. And Essence Antiperspirant or Stay Freshener. And also, when washing your clothes, you would wash them at least on the affected areas, right? In the areas where you're seeing the problem, with either Fawn and Launder or Essence Superwash or any of our hair and body washes. If there's some redness or swelling, you can also do a cold compress with virgin coconut oil. So you can keep the virgin coconut oil in the fridge until it solidifies. Virgin coconut oil naturally butters. It's one of the coolest things about it. It's so stable. It's really quite wonderful. Or you can get a cold towel, dip it in cold water, keep it in the fridge, and then with a clean spoon, you get some virgin coconut oil, put it on the towel, and do a cold compress on the areas that are red or swelling. For severe reactions, of course, contact your doctor. Don't just reach for a steroid automatically unless you really have your dermatologist's A-OK. The goal with proper prevention and a patch test and sort of using allergen-free products or your allergen-free product is that you will need steroids less and less just for emergencies, maybe even just a few days a year. And otherwise, your skin is in this great, healthy, natural state just from prevention, right? And then you build up from there to other things that you want to be doing, certain treatments, barrier repair, etc. So after the 7-day skin fast, when your skin is back to baseline and you've noticed that, okay, it seems pretty happy now, you can reintroduce your products one at a time. So for example, if you were experiencing a problem with a certain product, right? But the ingredients actually show you shouldn't be reacting to this product because it does not have the ingredients in your patch test that popped up as positive in your patch test. You can actually restart that product after the 7-day skin fast because your skin is now more baseline, right? So there's less factors to consider about what might be causing what reaction. So when you reintroduce a product, you would do so very slowly. The first thing you would do is sort of an impromptu patch test. You would take a bit of that product and apply it like to the inside of your arm or inside of your wrist. Just a small dot, spread it around, wait a few hours, wait several hours, maybe repeat it again the next day. So far, so good. Maybe you can try using it. Maybe it was a moisturizer. So you take a little bit of moisturizer and then say apply just one hand, top of one hand, and you're fine. You keep it on all day. You repeat that the next day. You do this for 3 days and you observe for 3 days. Let's say you do that for 3 days and it's fine. Then maybe apply it all over or where you normally apply it. And again, you do that for 3 days. And if you notice no reaction, it might be okay to continue using. Now you can reintroduce your next product and you would follow the same thing. You would do a small dot, right? And you would observe for several hours. You might repeat that again the next day. Then you would apply it on a controlled area, just one area, for about 3 days and observe it. And if it looks like it's working, fantastic. You can now apply it over a wider area of skin again for 3 days and observe it, and so on and so forth and so on and so forth. This is a safer way of reintroducing the product after your 7-day skin fast. It's also a great way to try new products if you happen to have very, very sensitive skin or hyper-reactive skin. This slow trial, which is why we're also such big believers in sampling. So that's it. That is the 7-day skin fast. I'll be doing another video on simple starter regimens to do after a successful 7-day skin fast. But I hope you enjoyed that. It's really a top tip that many of our customers have really appreciated. I know many of my mother's patients have loved and been grateful for, because sometimes just that 7-day break really helps you understand, okay, this is what was causing the problem, or at the very least gives your skin time to heal from whatever it is that it was dealing with, and now you can restart a regimen. So I hope you found that helpful, and if you did, please do share it with your friends or family or someone that you know who is struggling with their skin, or even your dermatologist. We love working with dermatologists and hold them up and sing their praises all the time. And please don't forget to like us on Instagram and follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And definitely let us know in the comments what you thought, if you thought this was helpful. If something isn't clear and you would like to ask us a question about it. We're big on questions, so definitely keep the questions coming. I wish you well, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Have a skintastic day.